Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. Today we'll discuss about why Haw Par Villa is a bit weird or creepy, and we'll tell you a few more stories. So let's get going because there's free admission. Yes, we are back at Haw Par Villa, and this is a big statue of the Goddess of Mercy. Okay, the reason why this place is a bit creepy and a bit weird and a bit out of place is because, first of all, this is Chinese culture, and Chinese culture, not of Chinese culture now, but of Chinese culture maybe 50 years back, 100 years back. And of course, all the displays here, all the statues here, all the stories here are a bit random. And how can it get more random than suddenly you have mermaids out of nowhere? Mermaids. Yes, mermaids. And mermaids half naked. And the naked part is the top part. Whereas, in Disney, they'll cover certain areas with seashells. Here, it's just for everyone to see. And not only mermaids, you have crab with a head. You also have a sea snail with half a body sticking out and a shield. Not only that, you also have a clam lady, and this suddenly out of nowhere you have this scene, and huge lobster and crab and prawn out of nowhere. It makes you think twice about having seafood at your local restaurant, doesn't it? Huge animals, out of proportion gorillas, and then of course ostriches with sea creatures riding on top of them. And you also have scenes of animal fighting animal. Here you have a war scene with rats against rabbits, and then you also have animals playing with fighting crickets. And then you also have your promotional items with tigers here promoting the tiger balm ointment, and also sumo wrestlers doing the same thing. So it's a bit random, a bit out of nowhere. You get certain displays, and then of course you have the 10 courts of hell, which by itself would be disturbing to most people. And then you have served heads here, 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 all around. And then you have memorial, after memorial, after memorial, and another one behind that. Not to mention you also have walls with dragon on it. Sorry, not dragon. Dragons. Not only walls, you also have gates. And another gate. And another gate. And you have pagodas. And pavilions. And in some of the pavilions you have Buddha, another Buddha, and behind that another Buddha, and this is the laughing Buddha with Confucius, and another Buddha. And this I'm sure is a Chinese saying, but I'm not sure what type of Chinese saying is that. And then you also have a Statue of Liberty, and this, I have no idea what this is. This could be a story, but there was no plaque to explain it. So only thing I can say is this is a murder shack. But you have this guy like in a martial arts pose, pointing a knife at the other guy, who is with another two guys, with this guy having a sword to a girl's neck. Okay, this is really disturbing with all the blood flowing, everything. But this is part of the charm of this place. Anyway, so I guess we'll just get on with some of the stories here. Some of the old stories. Some of these stories are historical facts. Some of these stories are folk tales. Some of these stories are a mixture of both. Depicted here in this theme park here. So let's get to it. The Legend of Su Qin. This tale teaches one never to give up hope despite failure. Because if one tries hard enough, one will succeed eventually. Born in Luoyang during the Warring State period, Su Qin sold part of his family's property to raise money for his travels to visit the king of Qin. He showed the king how to make the most of the country's resources to conquer the other feudal states, but the king was unconvinced and sent him home. His family was angry with him for wasting their money, but he did not give up. He brought his ideas to the king of Zhao, who took his advice. So, Su Qin then united the 6 feudal princes and defeated the Qin state. Here you see Su Qin in the black hat. He was made chancellor and rewarded with gold and jewelry, bringing honor to his family. Saga of the Immortals, relating the overthrow of King Zhou, the cruel and last ruler of the Shang dynasty, based on the real battle of Wu Yi. This epic novel was written 2,500 years after the actual war. It started when King Zhou angered the goddess Nuwa with his lewd comments and lustful poems. Knowing he was a bad king, Nuwa sent the fox, peasant, and pipa, which is a Chinese guitar, spirits to bring about his downfall so that a better king could take over. King Zhou was charmed by his favorite concubine, Daji, who was actually the fox spirit. He killed not only his loyal ministers but also his son. Leading the overthrow was King Wen, whose prime minister, Zhang Jiya, exorcised Daji with his magical powers in a huge battle that involved many heroes, immortals, and spirits. The slain heroes were bestowed heavenly rank, thus earning the title Feng Shen Bang, Saga of the Immortals. Zhang Ziya led many highly skilled pugilists to battle the evil King Zhou. King Zhou was helped by his warrior Zhao Gongming, who was eventually killed. Deeply saddened, Zhao Gongming's 3 sisters swore vengeance on Zhang Ziya. The 3 sisters used their magical items like flying scissors, enchanted pearl, and the black wing bag to defeat numerous warriors. Greatly encouraged by their victory, the 3 sisters, along with the military advisor Wen Taishi, devised the Yellow River Formation with the aim of destroying Zhang Ziya along with King Wen and his heroic knights. These formations comprised 9 times 9 variations of confusing twists and turns, and along these paths were elaborate magical illusions and traps. This was to be the Battle of the Yellow River, the most exciting scene in this saga between the divinities. Zhang Ziya's warriors charged into the Yellow River Formation, hoping to break it. However, one by one, they were trapped by the evil forces lying within and fell prey to the 3 sisters' magical spells. In this elaborate battle scene, you can spot many deities casting their magical objects and powers. The battle raged on as both sides were equally powerful, and when all seemed lost for King Wen and Jiang Ziya, the founder of Taoism, Lao Ji and Yuan Shi Tianzhong came to their aid. Yuan Shi Tianzhong was said to have created heaven and earth. He had many disciples, and one of them was Jiang Ziya, whom he had destined to aid King Wen. Lao Ji is seen here at the top right corner, riding his magical bull into battle to neutralize the wicked sister's spell. Lao Ji used his goblet of sorcery, while Yuan Shi Tianzhong used his magical cup, which contained fire, to conquer the three witches. With the three evil sisters destroyed, the Yellow River formation was broken, and King Zhou lost the battle. This paved the way for King Wen to rule and bring happiness to the people who had suffered under King Zhou. This epic tale of part myth, part history shows that good always triumphs over evil, and tells of keeping faith, courage and determination despite the hardest circumstances. The Legend of Kangxi. This tale tells of the close ties between siblings and how blood is thicker than water. This story began when Emperor Kangxi dreamt of a beggar, Lin Diyong, who was his twin brother and looked very much like the emperor. He ordered his guards to find him and bring him to the palace. Kangxi was very happy to see his long-lost brother again and showered him with riches, a high position, and let him live in the palace. The court ministers grew jealous and plotted to kill him, but luckily, Lin found out and begged the emperor to let him leave. Angered by the treatment of his beloved brother, the emperor punished his ministers. He ordered that Lin be weighed daily and his ministers punished should Lin lose even a gram. The scene here shows an overweight Lin being placed with difficulty on a weighing scale. Confucius, famous for meaningful sayings such as "Never impose on others what you should not choose for yourself." Confucius has been highly regarded as one of the greatest philosophers in history. A descendant of the Song royal family, Confucius held many official posts but was happiest devoting his life to education when he retired from public life at the age of 68. He taught Chinese philosophy based on love and respect. This was developed from the concept of Ren, where one's values as a person depends on how one treats others. Confucius always encouraged traditional Chinese moral values like courtesy, faith, diligence, and kindness, which rings true for every person, regardless of race or religion. The Laughing Buddha, usually seen with a cloth sack containing items like food for the poor, sweets for children. The Laughing Buddha is also known as Budai Lohan, godly monk with cloth sack, or Hote in Japanese, a stout and smiling monk during the Tang and late Liang dynasties of China. He is said to take sadness from suffering folk and spread Buddhism principles in a kind and jovial manner. His largely exposed pork belly symbolizes open-heartedness, happiness, and abundance. Thus, many believe that rubbing the Laughing Buddha's tummy spells good luck, while his statues are often found in Chinese and Japanese homes to bring prosperity. This is just another random diorama with statues that doesn't have any plug to explain what's happening. So I believe that this could just be one of those scenes in the past, which you don't see much nowadays, where martial artists will go to the streets to perform, show off their skills, and maybe put on a show so that they can earn money. And then behind, there seems to be a hunting scene where a man is trying to kill a lion with a knife, and behind him there's another guy with a gun. But this is how the Chinese believe that lions used to look like. And if you look at this statue of the lion, you'll notice that it's very similar to the lion that you see in the Chinese lion dance. We are now back at the Statue of Liberty, which looks very out of place with the pagoda behind her. I hope you enjoy the stories I've told you. Next week, we'll be going to the 10 courts of hell, and you'll find out more of the crimes and punishment you receive in hell for the deeds you have done in your present life. Anyway, I hope that will be of interest to you. So tune in next week, and don't forget, this is an important thing you must do. You must like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join me for my next adventure. Bye bye.